Hello Taurus, this is Victoria from Mindful Bamboo and I'm here with your April Tarot Forecast. As always, we'll be looking at your love life, your career and workspace. We'll get you the guidance from the universe on how to best utilize the energies of this month, and I will also get you messages from your person of interest to yourself. But we'll start by tradition with the Oracle deck, of course. And by the way, I'm now in the island of Maui, in Paia to be exact. It's been a rainy day, so I'm recording this inside, but I did put up my Mindful Bamboo backdrop. I know it's kind of far, but I still love it there. It's definitely more colorful now in the room with it. And I'm actually happy about this setup because you guys will get to see the cards, so that's good too. Alright, let's get started right away. It's gonna be an interesting month. I have full moon this week, Wednesday or Thursday, depending where you are in the world, like first week of April. And if in April we also will have our first and now I forgot the word eclipse, our first eclipse of the year, so that's gonna be interesting. There will also be an interesting dynamic between Venus and Mars, so this I'm getting this will allow, and Venus actually is the ruling planet for Taurus, so what was I gonna say? Yeah, so basically this will allow us to see more vividly how we exercise our masculine and feminine energy in the world, in our day-to-day activity, right? Like in a very realistic way, especially because it's the season of Taurus, right? And Taurus is about being real, you know, applying certain concepts to specifics of life, right? So you will be able to see where it manifests itself and where it could be improved, right? Where maybe there's well, we all have disintegrated energy at some point, right? It doesn't have to be entirely disintegrated masculine, or it could be in a very specific situation, right? Like when you get triggered, then you get into disintegrated feminine, and it means XYZ, right? So you will be able to see that, understand it. Ooh, I love it. And look, those cards actually look alike in a certain way. It's like one story. It's like one shot of the movie set and another shot. Infinite abundance. Abundance is pouring into your life. I love it. And discovering truth. You stand in the light of truth. How great it must feel to have both of those things, right? It's like the emotional and the material wellness, right? Like you are in the light of truth, and also although some of that truth could be uncomfortable, you still feel good that you are in the light of truth, that you can see it clearly, you can understand it. It feels great. Abundance in material life, right? You see, this is like your foundation for your joy and happiness day to day, right? It's the energy that you can utilize towards your goals and dreams, etc., etc., right? Like it's that, the reason it's called currency, right? It's like that currency, it's like that stream of energy that keeps flowing and giving you potential for accomplishing a lot. Beautiful. Okay, let's start with the tarot now. So for your love life, we have Nine of Cups, the Strengths, this is Leo energy, Six of Pentacles. And by the way, don't forget to like, share, subscribe the reading. If for some reason this didn't resonate with you, which it could possibly be the case because it's a collective reading, check out readings for your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. For your career space, we have Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, here is that new project that you'll be able to get to with abundance flowing in. Five of Wands, a lot of people want a piece of that. Three of Pentacles, you really need to choose your team thoroughly. The advice from the universe, Two of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, a lot of Pentacles. I mean, it is Earth element, you are of Earth element, but still. Okay, 2 of Swords and several 2s, I think. Maybe just 2. Maybe it was my imagination again. Bottom of the deck, Death. So yeah, there are lots of changes underneath on the energetic level that I feel like they have been happening for a while, and this is now that manifestation in the physical, in the 3D space. So it's almost like it's catching up now, right? Because there is a gap, there's always a delay between 5D and 3D space, right? The 3D is catching up now. So whatever work you've done or whatever you've been through, it caused certain energetic shifts, and now it's manifesting it into your physical life. So for your love life, you have 9 of Cups, the Strength, and 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is like finding the courage to work on the relationship, so it's equal give and take, so it's equal partnership, so it's a dream come true. And I'm not saying it isn't already, but you know, there, like, if you're just letting it happen, there are always things to work on. Well, even if you don't, there are still things to work on, right? But it's almost like if you just let it slide, like by inertia, you know, on autopilot, there isn't as much potential as when you're actually more aware of the dynamics, and you can do work separately and together to improve things, right? Sometimes if people notice that something specific is wrong and they don't communicate, that is also not improving things, it's only making them worse. So this is the courage to actually work with each other in a healthy way, to be that equal partnership, right? To be that equal give and take in a healthy way, right? So it's the relationship you're proud of and where you feel good and your partner feels good. That's really important. Great. Didn't say much about your partner, but you know, sometimes it happens. We'll get some messages from them though. Okay, for your workspace, we have Ace of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, and 3 of Pentacles. I've basically already mentioned the general gist of this area as far as I can see it. So new project opportunities coming in, could be something like at your current work, could be something on the side, right? But some sort of way to make money or get some sort of resources. Maybe make a name for yourself, I'm hearing. Yeah, so like a marketing strategy or something, right, that you have come up with, like you have a business plan and you have resources to make it happen. A lot of people will want to be part of it or will have an opinion about it. So you'll need to be really careful in understanding who to listen to and who is your team, right? And picking your team, picking the right team for this job to make it a success. It's really, really important. And remember that in all of this, in this deck specifically, the 3 of Pentacles is about the teacher-student relationship. So remember that you are the leader in this case, right? And don't let other people take over your project, even if it's just on the idea level. And then for the advice, we have 2 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, and 2 of Swords. Yeah, so you will be presented with different choices or different things that you need to manage at the same time more than once, right? So there will be those moments of overwhelm where you wouldn't know what to get to next, right? It could be more than 2 actually. The general idea that there is a multiple objects, right? Multiple choices. Right, so you will need some sort of a plan, some sort of a strategy. Don't just try to do it all by yourself and right away, or just run with it, like just pick something and run with it. No, you need to have a strategy here. You need to know your priorities, your values. If you're taking on that specific something, you need to understand for yourself why this is the next one. Why is it important? Is somebody depend on it? You know, you can use that approach. I'm getting for some people it will be useful, where you make a list of tasks and you classify them, put them into quadrants, like important and urgent, important but not urgent, urgent but not important, and not important, not urgent. And that will help you identify. And if you look it up, online, you will also see general advice on like how to then approach those categories, the tasks in those categories. What would be the priority? What would be the order? Things like that. Alrighty, let's see what the messages are for Taurus from that person. Do you think about me too? And you're wrong. Yeah, so I'm getting that you're wrong is something that they feel, is the way they feel after certain argument that you had recently, right? Like there was certain misunderstanding where when you had a conversation, they understood that you misunderstood something, but they didn't make a big deal out of it. Like they didn't clarify it, or they didn't really set the record straight. They were like, okay, fine. You know, that kind of reaction. Like they knew you misunderstood, but they were like, oh well. For some of them it's fine. A little. For some of them it's because they knew that they got trapped into their own, you know, kind of bad joke, let's put it that way, right? Like if they were playing a game, maybe even unintentionally, but they were like trying to kind of provoke you, right, to play with you in that way, they got played, really. And they're like, well, yeah, there isn't even much to say here, but that's just the fact here. And do you think about me too? So you can already from this question understand that they think about you a lot, like a lot. And whether you are together or maybe temporarily you are apart is why they're asking that question. It doesn't really matter, because even if people are together, it could be that, you know, a person is very much focused on their own thing and they don't take into consideration the other person. It could be on different levels, of course, right? So maybe that's the case, and your person is like, well, it doesn't seem like they like take me into account at all, like when planning something, or they don't ask for my opinion, or they don't spend time with me, or whatever it is, right? So just something to think about. If the question is because you two are apart, just know that your person is thinking about you, and they want to figure out how to work through the challenges. If for some, I'm hearing it's actually connected with this argument, right? That they're rethinking it, they are replaying it, and they're thinking how to recover from that situation, right? To get back into a good place. So this is just a little bit of intel for you, Taurus, so that if you're interested in continuing this relationship, maybe you can take some steps from your side. Okay, I think I'm gonna end it here. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I love you all, and I'll see you very soon. Bye, everyone.